Nice and tight. Drive them home, son. Send her home, boy.
Send her home. So you got me drill?
I'm flying low, hang on. I want to dismantle this whole system and take it out. These trays was $9.99 each, and I reckon they'll work the absolute hammer. Look out now. Get on the sawdust. Jake, I'm trying to talk. Rather have this bit removable up to here, but I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. Right, so our bottom tray, it's got, "Oh, Mrs. Whisperer, clean up the mess you made."
It's pretty interesting because the water comes through here and it'll rotate all around. So you've got to mark both sides.
I think you got your pipe a little bit long there, Jake.
Yep, that's a good idea, that is.
Happy days.
I'm going to put this whole thing in my pond.
What's going on?
We're filling it up.
Lucky I got one pond there and I got one pond there. But the shower is working an absolute treat. Look at the smile on his face. Hello everyone, welcome back. James the Koi Whisperer. And I got Jacob with me today because he's planning to do a bit of woodwork on his new pond.
Yep.
So I'll spin the camera around and show you what we're up to. Right then, so as you can see in front of you, I recently went to B&Q. I picked up some cheap decking boards. These are £6 a length. I also got some cheap CS1 timber. I think that's what it's called. They were £3.35 each. Got the saw out. Jacob's going to be using that today. Just having a little bit of playing around, a bit of a dummy test really. But what I did do, I had to change the pipe work coming out of here because what I didn't allow for was the frame to go round, for decking to go on, for decking to overhang. Everything would have been too tight and I didn't want to completely cover it with something solid. The filtration for this pond, I want to be able to make it removable but still access and see if there's any leaks. And I've also put a rubber boot 90 on it there so I can in effect dismantle this whole section, take it away if we ever want to do any maintenance to anything whatsoever, and it just makes it a lot easier if we ever want to upgrade the system or do anything else. But where we're at to it, I'm going to get Jacob involved now because he's going to cut a framework out. We're pretty much just going to use this cheap timber, make a frame up around it, put a few supports in the back so then we can put the decking on top instead of just being relying on this tiny little edge. If we have a frame around the outside of it, the top of it, the decking's got something a little bit better to put on. We've also picked up some trays for the shower filter. We'll be making this. These trays was $9.99 each from B&M. I reckon they'll look pretty cool. I was debating on a couple types when I was doing it, but these ones is what Jacob picked out. He wanted them, and I reckon they'll work the absolute hammer. Time we get pipe into it, couple of returns there, we're going to make a DIY filter as well. Yep. So you need to grab the pencil and start cutting this timber. You reckon you can do that?
Yep.
Happy days, boy. Crack on then, son. Get on then, Rambo. This is how you do it, see? Teach them young and they know how to do it. You're doing woodwork at school at the moment, aren't you?
Yep.
Happy days. Crack on then, son.
Let's take her home.
Beautiful, son.
Yo, Dad, check this out.
Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Happy
Learning
days.
from the best, mate. That's what it is. Learning from the best. So what we're doing at the moment, we're making a frame round it. So it's a removable slide-in frame.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. So it's sort of, it doesn't ever get screwed to the actual tank itself. So we've clamped on the top. We've cut and measured the bottom. That will allow us now to put the uprights in on all of these fixed bits here running down through each corner. What that will do then will allow us to slide right in and out. So we're going to get some pre-drilling done. Always with this timber, Jakey, little tip for anyone out there doing this as well. If you pre-drill your holes out before you put your screws in, it won't crack and split the wood here because this timber is perfect for stud work, but it's not really decent quality timber for building with. If you pre-drill it, it definitely makes life a little bit easier. So go and get the drill and crack on, boy. Make sure you're nice and flat against the back there, Jakey. Have your pencil.
Yep.
And then do your mark there. Perfect. I'll have your spare bit of wood. Put that one up against the fence. Use your laser line, but make sure your laser line's this side of the...
That
Perfect.
side.
Yep, you got it, boy. Nice and tight. Drive them home, son. Happy days. We need 4 of them that size, so if you use that one there to go off as well, we might just get away with having the last bit to go in there as well. Most important is making sure that you're nice and flat against that size, else your measurements will be wrong, alright? Bang on, son. I'll have that one. It'd be nice if that last bit finishes the right size, but I don't think it will. Drive them home, boy. I need that one. Well done. And do our last bit fit? What do you reckon? It's a little bit short, and that means we have to have a whole nother length now just to get this cut. But that's what happens.
Could you potentially?
Nah, you don't. That's what you call bodge job. We don't do a bodge job in this house.
So we got my drill.
I'm flying low, hang on. Right, crack on then, boy.
So I've got my drill. No, what's it called again?
That's your drill, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is my drill.
And this is your drill driver.
Yeah, that's the drill driver.
But to start with, what are you doing?
So I'm drilling some pre-holes so that when I actually do drill in the screws, it's already alright and it doesn't make it really difficult.
It's not that it don't make it difficult. What it does, it saves this wood from splitting, mate. So
oh yes,
you've
yes,
marked
yes.
and measured your length of your screw. Your screws are 90mm. You've got your drill bit on.
Yep.
That there's going to leave ample room for this to bite into that wood. We've marked and measured centre of the wood. If you go through and drive they own, boy. Lovely. Tap they straight into there with your drill driver. Make sure you got good pressure on the back of the drill so it don't wind the screw out.
Yep.
Make sure he goes in nice and straight. Beautiful. Same to the bottom one.
Come on. Too chubby.
Don't be starting that game with me, boy. Perfect. Lovely. So, Jake's cracking on with the decking. That's a bit loud, isn't it, boy? You can certainly hear that driving home, but what we've done, we've basically allowed for an overlap for the decking piece to sit on the top. We're going to butt this piece up so you don't see the edges running down through this side, and then we're going to put a bit of corner trim down through there. But as you can see, he can't wait to get it done because he wants to fill it up and get some fish in there. But what we're going to do is sort out the top. We are debating whether to mitre in the top, but do you want to mitre in the top or not?
Nah, it's just extra time, isn't it?
Well, it's not about extra time, it's about if you want, how you want it to look and finish.
No, I'd prefer it in the square.
You prefer it in a square. And I'm not making you say this, am I, for the people that thinks I'm cutting corners here? Because I can mitre if you want me to mitre it.
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
To be fair, he's doing it. I'm just guiding. That's the hammer, boy!
That's the hammer.
Send her home, boy.
Send her home.
Beautiful. She's coming on the absolute dream. We just put a structure down the back. We pulled out the whole tank. We just looped it round here. And then we ran a bit of decking, just that one layer down, just so you don't see an eyesore looking out from there. So it just covers it. Time we put the base all the way around there, boy. It's what you call the absolute
hammer. Well,
she's certainly coming on a beauty. We got the backy on the back. Jake's nailing through the old pre-drill. Happy days, boy.
Happy days.
Look in the hammer, and to be fair, it's worked out. The lengths across the top work out perfectly for these off-cut bits. Jake, I'm trying to talk. These off-cut bits run across here, lovely. But we are going to be short by 2, and it works out underneath almost bang on. There's a 5mm gap underneath, which will work out perfectly.
Yep.
So when Mum does the hoover in a minute, she'll be able to pick up all of the dust we've made, and I'm sure Mum's not going to mind, is she?
Nope.
When we're done, we'll have to call Mrs. Whisperer to sort it all out for us.
Yep.
Because we've done all the work, mate. It's only fair that Mum cleans up, innit?
Yeah, it's only fair.
That's the hammer, boy. Look out now. Get on the sawdust. Right then, so there we have it. I need to go to B&Q and get a few more bits. Just wanted to show you what I've decided to do down here. Got rid of that slide valve or gate valve. It's worked out by me putting a rubber boot on it, just in behind the back. There's still enough space, if you can see down the side there, for me to access this ball valve. and then it means if I need to dismantle anything there now, I can just unscrew it here, isolate it from the bottom tank. I think it looks a lot better like that. We've cut the bottom section. This section here, what I'm planning to do is start it there, finish it there, leave a little gap there, just so then I can keep an eye on if there's any leaks or anything needs doing down here. I don't want to box it right in. I did tell my son that I could have a bit of this, put it over the top, cut a 2-inch hole in it, so there's a tiny little hole there instead of seeing a gap. I'd rather have this bit removable up to here, so then if I ever need to take this off for any reason whatsoever, or check for leaks, this bit across the back will be a solid piece. The bit underneath is going to be a solid piece as well, and I just need 2 more strips to go down there. But it means I'm going to have to buy 2 more lengths. But that ain't a problem, because that's all the wood that I've got left. I've only got that much left out of all of the timber that we had. So that will allow me now to make, after this is done, I will make a box around here. Still got to tee off the wall here, so the filter, the dirty water can go into the drain, which is right outside there. But it will allow me to make a removable decking sort of pot or feature over this, if you know what I mean. I've also now put a better clip on it here as well. I've got to sand down a few little bits of the cuts. Won't take too much of a job. Backy shower's the next thing to do. We'll probably make that tomorrow evening. I know I need to get a few more bits. So I've got some of this grey pressure pipe, which will fit into the end of there, but I'm just debating whether to use a black pipe in. Just means I have to get a few more fittings, and then I can make me backy shower down through with Jake. Planning to put a 2-inch hole there, 2-inch hole there, so the gravity of that water can come out. These trays really are decent. They've got a hell of a base to them. They're well made inside. They're not going to leak. And obviously, I do like the idea of it. Time we put all the media inside of there, they're actually going to sit a little bit higher than what they do at the moment, just to make sure we can get enough in there, if you know what I mean. But I do like the way that it's going to plan out and finish. Then obviously, I've got to get a few bits, put an end cap in, put a spray bar on, but I'll get all that done. You'll see it in this video, but I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. Oh, Mrs. Whisperer. Yeah. We're loaded again. Well, looks like I'm taking the back seat. Right then, Rambo, shall we finish off this pond, boy?
Yep, let's finish it off. Got the rest of the woods.
Happy days. Watch you don't go through the glass though, mate, alright?
Yeah.
Go steady. So what we got to do, we got to finish off this section, making our own shower filter.
For biological filtration.
For biological filtration. You got it, boy. So that there is going to be mechanical. This is going to be biological. So what we've done here, we've got a 1-inch ball valve, 1-inch grey pipe. We've put it 1.5-inch reducer in there to make it fit the pipe fittings that we've already got, because we've already got a grey bit of pipe up there which we can use up. Yep. We can get that bit done. Then what we're going to do is run a 90 across here, up, 90 in, end cap on the end. That's the way to do it, boy. Do 2 at once, innit?
Yep.
Happy days.
Happy days.
I've got to admit, mate, you're getting good at this.
Even chucked a bit of wood underneath just in case I go into the floor.
Well done, son. Thinking ahead, mate. 1 step ahead of the game.
Yep.
Drive 'em home, boy.
Drive 'em home.
What do you need, Jake? Some 50s?
Yeah, some 50s.
Get on the impact. Getting a bit low though, Jake. We ain't got many left. How many do you need?
16.
16?
Yeah.
4, mate, I think you need.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you need 4 in this one, 4 in that one, 4 there, 4 there.
1 step ahead of the game, mate. Well, we're a bit short. Not to worry, Rambo. I put them in here, mate. We got loads of them. We ain't going to run out. You're going to be a professional pond builder soon, boy.
Yep.
Down here, what we've got going on, we've just made a little L bracket. Just basically because I didn't want to run this timber all the way up to the top, because I can't put a support in for it now. But what I've done, I just showed Jake how to make a little L bracket as a support to put this little dummy bit in, this little dummy bit in across here, and we can run a full length across the bottom again. Reason being, so we can take this off, and still access this if we ever get any leaks coming out from the bottom. Right, what are you up to now, Jakey?
Alright, so we've got all the decking completed, so I need to find the centre point so that where I can put my shower filter.
Definitely looks nice and tidy.
And the second line.
I mean, the way we've done this is that we can still access this in here. I could have covered it right in, drilled a 2-inch hole out. I have got a hole saw to do the trick. That one right there, we decided that this will be a bit easier to maintain. So what's the centre then, Jake?
133 mil.
133 mil. Split that in half.
What's that? 68, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, 68.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, 133. So you know how I've done shower filters before, yeah?
Yeah.
So I remember how to do it all, and I bet I can make it better than your stainless steel ones out there.
Is that what you're planning to do?
Yeah.
Go on
And
then.
it's a lot cheaper too. What, tenner for a pot?
Yeah, these pots were a tenner each. They are going to work amazingly.
The only thing I got to do is mark every inch across, and that's easy.
Go on then, show us how it's done.
Watch me save some money.
So what are you actually doing then, Jake?
So I'm making a line across to mark out where my inches need to be from. We've got to mark both sides, so just a quick easy line. Then put your, well, I've got a 90 degrees thing, so put it there, mark across 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches.
You know what you need there, Jake?
What's that?
Where's the magic fingers?
Oh yeah, forgot about this. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Click them. Like this. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we have it. That's how it's done, Jacob. Well done, boy.
Yeah, I definitely need to learn this clicking
You
technique.
definitely, the clicking fingers only work for the whisperer, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That being said, what are you up to now?
So I've changed it out to for a 6.5 mil drill bit, and I'm going to drill everywhere where the 2 lines cross.
So in every single one of these marks that he's done up through here, you're going to start off and do that then, boy?
Yep, let's do it.
One thing though, it's warm in here, isn't it, today?
Yeah, it's boiling, so you might want to take it outside.
Well, the only thing why I'm saying taking it outside, because it's going to make a load of bits of plastic, even though we've made a mess down here. Crack on then, son. Crack on, boy.
Alright, so we're going to start nice and slowly. Just because.
That's how it's done, Jake. Nice and easy.
As easy
You've got a
as
load
pie.
of O's to do.
Yep.
I'm going to let you crack on, and I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Fish look banging though, don't
Actually, I don't really want to do all these. Come on. Come on.
They ain't going to work, mate. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm having a break. You can crack on with that.
So I've marked and measured my O's, and I've got a 2-inch tank connector here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that through, rubber seal on the outside, and just screw it in. Righty-tighty, innit? There you go.
And what size hole did you use?
Use a 2-inch hole. And that fits like a dream.
Jake was basically having a little bit of an argument with me because he wanted it to sit up a bit higher just so he could keep water submerged in here like we did the last filter, but the reason being we can't do because of the way this tray's designed. We could have had it right at the very top, but it wouldn't fit, so we've got it as close as we can to the mark to make sure that we can get a nice tight rubber seal. One 2-inch outlet. Did give you a couple options, didn't I? What was the options?
The other option was that it comes out the side here.
Yeah.
It ramps down.
But you wanted it?
Yeah, I wanted it straight out.
And he only wanted 1 outlet, not 2. And what have you done over here so people know what you've done over here?
So what I've done is with this magnificent piece of equipment here, drilled right through there, perfectly fit with a bit of pipe that will go along and it will shower down. And if you see here, I've drilled through all the holes and it should go right through here. And I'm going to fill this.
What about this layer underneath? Has that one got holes as well?
Yep, that layer's got holes if you want to check that out.
Wicked. And what about the bottom one?
That was the only one that doesn't have holes, because if you put holes in that, it's just going to leak all over everywhere.
Well done, boy. But your top one is for your spray bar and hose. Your one underneath is just hose. And the bottom one is just outlet for tank connector, no hose.
And now here's the best part. We've got to fill it up. Biological filtration device.
We can't do that yet. We haven't made the spray bar.
Oh yeah.
We've got to make the spray bar and hook the pipe work up. Then you can get the bacteria house.
Let's do that then.
I think you got your pipe a little bit long there, Jake.
Yeah, just a bit.
What are you doing first?
Just loosening this so that I can get it on better, and then I've got to retighten it.
And what's that called?
It's called an end cap, and it's going to stop my water from just flushing out everywhere.
Learning off the best, boy, innit? Learning off the best. But the old shower filter DIY style is looking the absolute
Hammer.
Right, so Jake's been doing all the cutting, but I know this pipe can spin when you cut it, so I did tell him I'm going to cut this. She's smoking! It's bloody warm in here, Jakey boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper warm. But what we're doing here, if I just get this all marked up for you, I've marked and measured across the spray bar 3 vertical lines, and then I've just done inch gaps all the way down through. I'll show you in a second, and you only have to measure one, and then you can go off the side of the other one. So as you can see here, if you zoom into the pipe, I don't know if you can see it or not, but all the way up through it's marked and measured, and now we've got 3 lines. So we've got a drill, 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 and this will make ourselves a lovely spray bar. So in effect, when it's that way round, we'll have water spread coming out here, and down there. So it will spread across all of the sections. I normally use an 8.5mm drill bit, but because it's a smaller system, we're going to drill it all with 6.5, all right, mate?
All right.
Right, but this is your turn, because I could use these magic fingers again.
Oh,
but
come on.
no, you're going to go out there and do all the drilling, mate. I need another cup of tea. Well, I'm just sat out here watching the fish while Jakey's doing the work, because it is really warm today, isn't it, son?
Yeah.
Just got to go super steady with that drill, mate. You don't want to lose your fingers before you're either an 18 and you've had a proper go on them yet, if you know what I mean. That being said, look, fish are looking amazing. Get all this done, boy, and then we can move on to the next job, filling it up. What do you reckon?
Yep, that's a good idea, that is.
Lovely jubbly. Jake, we're all done, mate, ain't we?
Yep, except when you get this shower filter filled up with media, do you have any left?
Well, go out in the shed, see what you can find, and see what media we can put in there. Before we do that, really impressed with it. Looks really smart. We are going to deck in this as well. I've got loads of decking left down here. That's the plan. But I don't want to do that job yet. We've just had a bit of a tidy up. Going to be making a removable sort of slide-in unit to hide the bits we don't want to see. Mrs. Whisperer can then put something on top, a feature or something like that, but still able to access everything so it's not screwed and bolted down. The first job now, really, load up the new shower filter with a load of the mountainTree media that we've got. For anyone building a pond like this, I just wanted to add real quickly that these filters say that they're capable for 6,000 litres. They really ain't. They really will not be man enough. You have nothing but water problems. Hence why we've teed off of it. Instead of returning it straight back to the pond, or a smaller pond like this, just run it up through. Make yourself a cheap filter, like a shower filter like this. The shower trays are £9.99 each from B&M. You can even make it cheaper than that, because you don't need to use pressure pipe and you don't need to use rubber boots. You can use all solid pipe. The reason why I like using rubber boots is because if you ever need to change it or adjust it, you can take these off of another job and put them to something else, and it makes life so much easier. That being said, the spray bar is all in the top. We're going to put the spiral filter mat on every single layer. That will give us a nice sturdy base for all of the lotus root media to go in there. I just got to go and keep an eye on my son a minute.
Dave.
So what have you found then? What are you planning to put in your shower filter?
I'm going to put all this mountainTree stuff I can find.
Make sure you leave me some bits, alright? Jake, what are you doing now?
Taking these lotus root bacteria houses. They're a bit smaller than yours, but I bet they'll work better.
What, so you're taking all of my stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I know that it's absolutely brilliant stuff. I know that it keeps the water quality bang on, so you're more than welcome to use
You
it.
could say it keeps it fresh.
Keeps it fresh. Anyone out there interested in this media? I'm a real strong, passionate believer of the mountainTree media that goes in backy showers. It can be submerged. What I'm planning to do, or let Jake plan to do, I'm just going to let him have a little play around and let him do whatever he wants with it. So pretty much we got the nitro ring large, second edition. How much are you planning to use?
All of it.
All of it? Why's that then?
Because I want to keep my fish in the best condition ever, and they're going to look better than yours by miles.
That's a bit cheeky. So yeah, mountainTree do sponsor my channel, so I am fortunate enough that I can use this media. But you can purchase it in the UK at a few places. Anyone else was interested in this stuff, I'll leave all the mountainTree links down in the bottom of the comment section and in the description of the video, and I'll leave a few other links where you can purchase it from if you're interested of trying it out yourself. Well, the old pond that you had before with the shower filter, the main reason why it kept so healthy and so good was because of the media that's in the shower tray, the biological stage. So there's two types of filtering. You need mechanical
and biological.
And you're learning, ain't you, boy?
Yeah.
You're learning it. And which is the best biological media that you can use?
mountainTree.
mountainTree, because it is the absolute
Hammer.
This stage is purely going to be mechanical only, and biological. It keeps the water nice and healthy for the fish to live and survive. Not just survive, but thrive. And that's what I say, get yourself on the mountainTree. And this is a lot smaller than the bigger Lotus root, so if you've got a DIY shower like we're using, this stuff's absolutely perfect.
Let's have a little look inside, shall we? Look at that. That is quality.
So it's exactly the same design as the Lotus root, the bigger edition, but as you can see, what do you think of it, Jake?
I think it's pretty interesting because the water comes through here and it'll rotate all around and leaving off that beneficial bacteria.
Well done, mate. You're learning, ain't you? I reckon you'll be taking over my channel soon.
Oh yeah, guarantee.
So you want to start with putting whatever you want in the bottom tray, but you've got to remember your bottom tray is actually always going to sit a little bit of water in the bottom, which is good because it will give you a different type of bacteria, because there's two types of bacteria in a koi pond. There's anaerobic and aerobic. And anaerobic you want at the very, very bottom. And I reckon, myself personally, the nitro ring sat at the very bottom will work
as a dream.
Work as a dream, mate, yeah. But I'm going to leave it to you. Let you do it how you want to do it. Do you want to use any of the green spiral filter mat as well?
Yes, I would.
All right, mate. Right. Now crack on. Get all of it put into the shower. But I definitely highly recommend get yourself on the Lotus root bacteria house. Are you taking the tags off or leaving them on?
I think I'll take them all off except like one at the top, you know what I mean?
It's completely up to you, mate.
Jake, what are you doing?
So, I know we've got the green filter mat in this shed, so I'm going to steal it. How do we get this open, Mum?
I'm not sure there's enough in there, mate.
I'm going to put this whole thing in my pond. Perfect size, don't you think? I'll put this whole thing in my pond. I reckon that'll work perfectly. Let's do it. I don't think it's going to fit. I might need to cut it. Yeah, I'll cut it. I'll be back with you shortly. So I've measured it all out. It's 17 across and 49 diagonal. I think it's diagonal. So I've made my mark. Where is it? There and there. So now I need to connect those up. So I've mapped it all out, but I really wish I could just click and get it all done, but I just need to cut it. But this stuff's really easy to cut. I just need to quickly do that and then put it in. And then I need to add some of my lotus root bacteria houses, and at the very bottom some lotus root nitro rings. This stuff's so easy to cut, a 15-year-old can do it. And I've measured it all out perfectly, I hope. Let's see if it slots right in. If you want to zoom in on that. Ah, look at that. Could have done with a few more centimetres this way, but it's alright. Right, let's get this box open again. I'm going to see if I can get every single one of these into my filter. I've emptied the box. So this first one is completed. See how I've done this? So I've did just 2 layers, lotus root bacteria houses, just 2 layers of it straight like that. And then if I put my green spiral mat over it, then all I need to do is put this pipe back in and it's alright. Now, we've got 2 more to do, and let's check out the second one, how it's coming along. So this is the second one. You think, oh, it's just the same route again. Check this out. Go back again with that vertical angle all across, and see how it goes. See how this is at the very top now? So we did another layer, and we've kind of leveled it out, so when we put the other garden pot, it's not like that, just shaking all around. And I've tested it and it works fine. Now we just need to do this last layer, and check this out, guys. I've used 3 whole boxes and almost emptied out, well, I started emptying out this one. We've covered both of these, we just need to do this bottom one. And I don't know, I don't think I'll use any more of this green spiral mat. I think I'm only going to use it for this top layer. I have a feeling that this will just work better. I don't know if it actually will, it might not, but it's just what I want to try and it's what I want to do. I might put another layer of green spiral mat in there, but I'm kind of filling it with that stuff. What is lotus root nitro ring from the good old mountainTree. So, let's get the last box filled.
Right then, Jake, so what are you up to now, mate?
So I've been informed that the way I had it, it doesn't let the water crash around and it just kind of gets it stuck and it might overflow my filter.
So which way are you doing it now?
So now I'm just chucking it all in basically, but like a bit organised, so that it's not all like upright. And it will allow the water to crash down and it won't overfill my shower filter.
So I was purely what Jake's just said. I just said to him, he's done a cracking job doing it himself. I mean, he couldn't wait for me to get home from work and he had to crack on and do it himself because he was expecting me to fill it up. But I just wanted to advise him really, any shower filter, whenever you're stacking, it doesn't matter if it's mountainTree media, whatever media that you put into a backy shower, you do not want it stacked in formation. You want it spread out. So in effect, as the water's inside of there, it bounces around all over the media, so it doesn't have time to collect muck or harbour muck. So any muck that might sit on there, it basically it disappears. But at the same time, what it does, it gasses off all of the water as it's crashing down through, a lot better than just running through singular formula. But I think you got about enough in there, else you're not going to get to the next level put on there, are you, boy?
So if I like try to make it so it crashes around, but at the same time I can put the other tray on it without going like that.
Right, so have a look then, see if you can get the other tray on, because I reckon there's enough in that box. He's used the whole box, well basically 2 boxes in one of these trays.
So, yeah, trying to
See, too much in there, boy. You have to take some out and put some in that top layer. But when I say chuck them in there, just be a little bit careful because these are ceramic. They are very well made, but they are ceramic. So if you was to, in effect, whack it, you will break it in half. Let me give you a helping hand, Jake, and we'll show the viewers in a minute. Do you reckon?
Yep.
Did you just get mum then? That was good. We're just making a video clip. Right, go and get rid of all those empty boxes.
Yeah,
Mrs. Whisperer, you cutting that nice and easy?
Yeah, I am. But can you just take note? Look at your son cleaning up after himself.
Yeah, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. But
You should take note.
all right then. Take it out to the recycling. I missed that on clip. Did you get mum? Happy days.
What have you done to me?
Look, mum's covered in it. Go on, Mrs. Whisperer. Clean up the mess you made. Isn't that right, Jakey?
Yep.
Look at the face. If eyes could kill. Right, so our bottom tray, it's got the nitro rings in the bag, so it makes it easy for us to get out. I have layered a little layer down there for Jakey, just to make sure that the next level goes on perfectly. So the middle tier is all just stacked in all over the place. So pass that one over to me, son.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll pass this over to you.
What, you think you're gonna smack your dad?
Yeah.
You ain't got a chance, son. We'll take a man, not his breakfast. What's going on?
We're filling it up.
Look at the smile on his face.
This is the best part.
All I can see is your mop though. You got one hell of a mop.
Yeah.
The water's coming up. We're going in. Now we're checking if we got any leaks. And where are you getting that water from?
It's coming from straight from the hose pipe that goes into the pond, so the water has already been dechlorinated, is it?
You're lucky I got one pond there and I got one pond there. I reckon it looks the absolute
Hammer.
Well impressed with that shower though, to be fair. It really does look really smart. I mean, anyone could add something like that to their pond. If you got a pressure filter,
Shall I speed it up?
you can turn it up faster if you want. But we got to check for leaks. But like I was saying, anyone can customise a shower filter like that. To be fair, the media inside is what's important. The outside of it doesn't really matter. I did just say to Jakey boy, we're probably going to have to get a lid though, because the water will spray around at the top tray. We'll probably have to customise a little DIY lid for that, which ain't a problem.
Should we take the plant out of the pot now?
You can do if you want. But you're definitely keeping that plant in there.
Yeah, because it looks good.
Alright mate.
As long as it can get out, you know what I mean?
The koi will smash it up, mine.
It'll be alright.
So, she is a filling up. She's a filling up. Look out now, boy. We'll get that shower filter running in a second and then check for leaks. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, if anything, is these fittings right here, because the Koi Whisperer never gets any leaks, but I do not like this flexi pipe and the way that these clips are designed, just because I just don't like it. I don't know why. I've always ever had problems with it. And that part there, hopefully that bit don't leak either. But we'll see. I'll tell the truth. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Just took this off just so I can keep an eye on the bottom part to make sure there's no leaks coming from that. All good at the moment. Happy days. You're excited?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to be sat every day, innit?
Yeah.
Watching your fish. Quality. Hey Rambo, what did I say, boy?
Jesus Christ, that's going to make a racket.
Yeah, it will for now, but I told you the Koi Whisperer never gets any leaks. Absolutely bang on. Doesn't matter what pipe work I do, boy. We never ever get leaks.
Yeah.
But obviously that's running. We need to turn the pump down. And it's loud because of how far the water's falling. But the shower is working an absolute treat. So yeah, I haven't been out in the garden to give you a bit of a nighttime view for a little while. So that's that job all done. Check back in the next video when you see us going to get some more fish. I don't really need any more fish, but now we got another pond. The boy wants some more koi, so we're going to get some small little koi, let him grow them up, and yeah, just another adventure for him really. That being said, hope you liked the video. The next video I'm going to get the decking put in around the filter, go and get him some new fish. That being said, that's enough yibbity yabbada. If you're new to the channel, please remember to like it, subscribe to the channel, notification bells on, all that yibbity yabbada. And I haven't said it in this video, but thank your mother for the rabbits.